From Atlanta, Georgia, from the Fox 5 studios, you're watching Good Day Atlanta.
Good Day Atlanta. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Hayes.
And I'm Suchita Vatlamani. Our next guest is considered one of hip-hop's most compelling visual artists, the Toulouse-Lautrec of our time. He's a painter, a teacher, and a one-time professional breakdancer. Now, Justin BUA is adding author to his lengthy resume. He's here to tell us about the beat of urban art. That is the name of his new book. Justin, welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So nice to be speaking with you this morning. Love the book.
Thank you.
And it is almost like, you know, you're born and raised in New York City, and this is almost like your tribute to the city. It's an illustrated story of your life set against the backdrop of hip-hop, breakdancing, and graffiti.
Yeah. I talk about how, you know, I really document the culture of hip-hop before it was actually called hip-hop, before there were any definitions at all. And at the same time, the culture really birthed me as an artist. So all of my work really, you know, give praise to the great icons of my day, whether it's the DJ, the MC, the b-boy, the underground, jazz piano player, the pool hustler. Those are the people that I admired, I looked up to, I thought they were cool, and I now immortalize them on canvas.
It's fantastic. And your style, your distinct style, you call it distorted urban realism. How do you define that? What does that mean?
You know, it's distorted because that's how my life was growing up in New York. I had a very distorted, warped view of the world, the way I saw things, my perspective, my points of view were just really tweaked. Urban because from New York, uptown, Upper West Side. And realism because, you know, my work is actually steeped in reality. I'm classically trained, and I like to really, you know, practice that in terms of the way I create a painting in a very classical fashion.
Right. Now, music obviously plays a very big role in your work, especially jazz and hip-hop. Are there any particular musicians or artists who have influenced you?
You know, the old school hip-hop artists, because I grew up with those kind of guys, they're just part of my world, part of my imagination now, part of my consciousness. And those are the people that I really, you know, those are the people that I paint. And my work is just musical. You know, it's musical, it's influenced by my graffiti background, it's influenced by my breakdancing background.
Which you call physical graffiti.
Yeah, well, back in the days, breakdancing was actually called physical graffiti.
Yeah.
People don't know that.
Huh. Okay, I thought maybe you'd coined that phrase. Okay, that's interesting. That's what's great about this book, though. You sort of take us on a tour of New York City, the different boroughs, the different neighborhoods, the different types of people. You've got the hip-hoppers, you've got the b-ballers, you've got a punk rock artist, and you sort of take us down a trip down memory lane through the 70s and 80s.
You know, New York was a crazy time. You know, Reaganomics was dropping, there was the blackouts, there was the garbage strikes. New York hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
And the only outlet we really had to survive was creativity. You know, there was a lot of destitution and homelessness, so we really plugged ourselves into something great, which was drawing and painting and dancing and music.
I want to talk about the cover of this book. This particular piece is called DJ, and it is the highest selling poster of our time. Tell me the story behind this.
You know, I wanted to paint an iconic DJ, someone who really was doing it for the love of it, not for the money or the fame. That's why he's just spinning on his own. He's just there in his world, in his element, doing it because he loves to do it. He's in his basement, it's dimly lit, it has one light source. Of course, a rising poster in the back right here, which is my painting, because you got to represent and do a little self-promotion.
I love it, love that.
But you know, he just really loves what he's doing, and I really like to show people by themselves, in their element, being just taken by that moment, being in the zone.
Yeah.
You know, being in that zone.
I love the energy of your paintings. Really quickly, I want to mention that you are working on an animated series called Urbania for Comedy Central, and you say it's sort of like South Park in the city?
Yeah, it's about these four characters, and like South Park is really a commentary on the suburbs, this is commentary on city life. Garbage strikes, public transportation, paying, you know, making enough money to pay your rent.
It's going to be funny stuff?
It's all funny. It's all funny.
Justin, what a pleasure. It was so
Pleasure's
lovely
mine.
meeting you.
And you could see me tonight.
I'm going to tell folks where they can catch you.
Thank you so much.
You've got 2 chances to catch Justin BUA while he's here in Atlanta. He's signing books tonight at the Georgia Tech Barnes & Noble. And then his gallery showing launches tomorrow at Clay's Gallery in the Edgewood District. Get all the details by logging on to our website at myfoxatlanta.com and going to the guest information under the Scene on TV section.